Hello everyone and welcome back to another session by SSB Crack Exams for daily current affairs. I am Chetan and let's start today's session for 8th June. So talking about SSB Crack Exams, so this is a one-stop solution for all the major defense-related examinations like FCAT, NDA, CDS. For more details regarding the courses that we offer, you can visit our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel SSB Crack Exams, wherein you'll find defense videos and other current affair videos. You can also follow us on Instagram as SSB Crack Exams, and don't forget to download our Android app from Google Play Store, that is SSB Crack Exams. So let's start. We shall start our session with the question of the day from yesterday's session. I asked you guys about what is the UN Environment Program, and I asked you guys to write the answer in the comment section, and many of you have also wrote the answer in the comment section. So let me tell you, so UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, it is one of the leading environmental authority of United Nations, and it uses its expertise basically to strengthen environmental standards and practices while helping implement environmental obligations at the country, regional and global levels as well. And this came into existence back in 1972, and it was proposed by a Canadian professor. So this is the basic details about the United Nations Environment Program. Now let's start our session. So first of all, we'll discuss about one of the new methods of fabrication of transparent conducting glasses. Now what is this transparent conducting glasses? So this is very important as far as the new technological advancements are concerned. So the demand of these TCG, which is transparent conducting glasses with high light transparency, has tremendously increased, of course, due to its wide range of application. And what are the applications, what are the field of application of these TCGs? So these are used, for example, in smart windows or solar cells or touch screen, touch sensors, and so on, right? And this was developed by scientists from CENS, that is Center for Nano and Soft Materials, which is situated in Bangalore, which is one of the autonomous institute working under Department of Science and Technology. They have developed a fabrication of TCG which brings down its total production cost by 80% as compared to its current method of production, which is tin doped indium oxide based technology, right? Further, this newly fabricated TCG will consist of metal mesh on a glass substrate with thin overlays of metal oxide. Further, the design is attractive as the hybrid electronic possess the excellent conductive property. So it has a very good conductive property of the metal mesh while offering an oxide surface finish for the conductive glass also, which makes it transparent enough for the application. Also, it makes it relate well with the existing industry's requirement based on ITO. So already there are many applications which are based on the already existing ITO, that is inductive tin oxide film based applications of transparent conducting glasses. So according to that, if you try to fit in the new technology according to that in the existing industry also, then it will of course not hamper much and it will not affect today's industries as well. So this is a good sign. Further, these TCGs have been exhibited in various prestigious meetings and conferences and have been presented by the team dissemination and marketing purpose, for of course dissemination and marketing purpose. Thus, this TCG, which was developed by CENS, have the potential to bring down the overall production cost of all the devices, be it smart windows or the touch screens or solar cells or any particular device which actually uses the application of these transparent conducting glasses. So overall product cost of that particular product will of course go down, which is a very good advantage. Now another news from science and tech, that is ARCI develops rare earth based magnetocaloric material, and that too for cancer treatment. So basically, first let me tell you what is this magnetocaloric material. So these are those materials which on application and removal of magnetic field, they they show a significant change in their temperature. So for example, if you apply magnetic field to these rare earth materials or these alloys, they tend to heat up, and when you remove the magnetic field, then they tend to cool, right? Now so a team of scientists and doctors at ARCI chose rare earth based alloy for studies that are human body compatible as well. So they have chosen an alloy which is also compatible for human body, so that any treatment for tumors like cancer can be done. Further, they optimized the alloy composition so that the Curie temperature, or the temperature, Curie temperature is that temperature after which a metal or an alloy loses its magnetic properties. So Curie temperature came close to the therapeutic range, that is in a range where it can be treated in a proper way, that is almost 42 to 46 degrees Celsius, which is suitable for any kind of treatment. Further, also magnetocaloric materials can also provide controlled heating. So depending upon the intensity of the magnetic field which is applied or removed, we can control the temperature also, which is of course very important to kill the tumor in this case of cancers. This is used in conjunction with if this is used in conjunction with radiation therapy, it is used if it is used with radiation therapy, the method would reduce the side effects and the treatment time, overall treatment time of the cancer as well. And of course it also does not have any kind of side effect. For example, the current treatment, one of the famous treatment is chemotherapy, which has a lot of consequences and a lot of pain bearing to the patients and also a lot of side effects. So it will not have any kind of side effects, very reduced amount of side effects, so that will of course benefit the treatment process. Okay, now moving ahead, the next news is from the civil aviation sector. So Ministry of Civil Aviation has notified a draft for unmanned aircraft system rules 2020, which is basically for drones and all, and this was a very required you can say draft which was required and which was in demand by the particular sector. So these rules will seek to regulate importing as well as manufacturing and owning of drones or drone ports or airports for those particular drones. So back in January 2019, there was a policy, Drone Policy 2.0, which was released that paved way for wider application of drones such as delivery goods beyond visual line of sight. So India currently also has no permission, no takeoff clause for aerial unarmed objects. Further, there was many key guidelines that was told in this particular rule. So I'll tell you those key guidelines. So drones can be sold to an individual only those who are approved by DGCA. Further, no payload allowed except the ones approved by DGCA. So no payload will be allowed, no extra goods will be allowed to the drones to carry them, except the ones which are approved by DGCA. For example, recently food distribution companies like Zomato and Swiggy also applied and also requested for trials of delivering online food through these drones. So that kind of approval is required. Further, only nano class drones, which is the drones which weigh less than 250 grams only, will be allowed to fly. Further, no drone shall operate without insurance policy as well. This is also very important, which is also currently applicable to every automobile also which runs on road, right? So all the rules are according to that, and this is mentioned in the Unarmed Aircraft System Rules 2020. Further, the next news is from the awards and the honors sector. So Javed Akhtar, a veteran lyricist of India, has won the Richard Dawkins Award for 2020. So he has won this Richard Dawkins Award for critical thinking, holding religious dogma up to scrutiny, and advancing human progress and humanist values. Right? He also became the first Indian to be given this particular honor, and this Richard Dawkins Award is given to those in recognition of distinguished individual from the field of science or scholarship or education or any entertainment, who publicly proclaims the values of secularism and rationalism and upholding the scientific truth at the same time, right? Further, moving ahead, guys, we shall end our today's session with the current COVID-19 update of India. So as of 8th June till 8 a.m. in the morning, total number of confirmed cases unfortunately has crossed the 2.5 lakh mark, and it is 256,611. Further, the number of cured cases is also very close to 1.25 lakh mark, which is 1,24,095. Further, unfortunately the number of death is 7,135. Now it's quiz time, guys. So let's review our today's content with a series of questions. So the first question is, in which year UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, came into existence? So it came into existence in the year 1972, like I have told you during the narration of that particular article. So the correct answer to this is option A. Further, the next question is, who became the first Indian to win Richard Dawkins Award in 2020? So it was Javed Akhtar who won the first who became the first Indian to win Richard Dawkins Award, and he won this year only, that is 2020. So the correct answer is option C. Further, the next question is magnetocaloric materials are materials in which changing magnetic fields leads to change in what? So your options are temperature, electricity, light, and none of these. So of course the answer would be temperature. So magnetocaloric materials are those materials on which removal and application of magnetic field leads to change in temperature. So if you are facing any confusion in remembering the name, so remember it from name only. Magnetocaloric. Calorie is one of the units of heat or energy basically, and heat is also an energy. So you can relate from here also that magnetocaloric, this means this is for heat, that is temperature. So it is something which is related to temperature, right? So correct answer is option A. Okay guys, that's it from today's session. We shall end our session with the question of the day. What is the drone policy 2.0 which was released back in the year January 2019? So write your answer in the comment section. Till next session, be safe, take care and Jai Hind.